Have you ever felt like your career is progressing at a snail's pace? Or maybe you're a manager who's struggling to inspire your team to be what you want them to be. Well, you've come to the right place because I'm about to share with you 3 game-changing lessons I've learned on my YouTube journey that will revolutionize your leadership and career growth. I'm Helen Bryant. I'm an ex-corporate leader and leadership coach. Over 30 years, I've pretty much seen it all, but it wasn't until I stepped into the world of YouTube that I truly understood the power of mindset, learning, and perseverance. Trust me, these lessons apply as much to you and your career as they do to building a YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to share those 3 vital lessons. So whether you're a new manager, a seasoned leader, or somewhere in between, stick around because I think these insights may just be the catalyst you need to take your career to the next level. When I first started my YouTube journey, I'd say it was a bit like doing the hokey cokey. I don't know if you know that song. You put your whole self in, your whole self out, in, out, shake it all about. I really love the idea of it, but at the same time, I was full of doubt. I have all this experience, both as a corporate leader and as a coach. I know that my lessons are valued. And yet, the pernicious voice of self-doubt spent way too much time talking in my ear and making me doubt that I could do this. Now, one day I just went, flipping heck, I'm just going to do it. And I committed. And the reason for that is that I set myself a goal that over the coming 5 years, I was going to build an amazing resource for managers. You see, 82% of managers get no training, which I think is literally mad because it's a really hard job to do. I could help these managers. And I know that great managers create brilliant results for themselves, their teams, and their organizations. And I don't know about you, but I just think we need much more of that within our workplaces. So I set myself a clear goal, and I cannot tell you how liberating it was to get out of my own head and actually just focus at the job in hand, building this YouTube channel. Now, this is just like leadership. You need a vision for the kind of leader you want to be. Now, when I'm coaching people, I often ask this question, and what they often give me is a job title. Oh, I want to be a CEO, a CFO, a CTO, a marketing director, whatever it is. And that is a job role. A leadership vision is about the kind of leader you want to be, the impact you want to have. And it's relatively easy to do, to create one, and it doesn't take a lot of time. So if you don't have a clear vision for yourself as a leader, this is what I would do. First, get a notebook and pen and a coffee and a quiet corner just to stop for half an hour to really think this through, and then answer the following 3 questions. The first one is, what do you want to be remembered for as a leader when you leave your role or your organization, say perhaps in 5 years' time? What do you want to be known for? Question 2, what are your values? What are those values deep inside that guide how you are, that you know when they are aligned with what you're doing, you just gain an energy, an enthusiasm, and a strength that is so reassuring. Everybody has values that are deep within, and the more you can harness them, the better. So what are yours? Question 3, what experiences and qualities and skills do you already have that would help you become this leader you are describing? Reflecting on these questions can help you establish that vision for the leader you would like to be. And when I work with clients and they do this, it is so interesting what comes out. It's that stuff deep within you that if you harness, it just gives you a confidence and a strength and strengthens your mindset for what it is you need to do. What the vision will do is guide you week in, week out, because it takes time to become a really strong leader. Leadership, like YouTube, is a craft. Now, when I started my YouTube journey, I didn't really know what I was doing. I was full of enthusiasm, but I didn't know what I was doing. So obviously after making one video on my iPhone, I decided I needed to buy a lot of kit. I didn't really know how it worked, how it fitted together. But if I now look at the quality of the films I produce now versus where I started, they have massively improved. And I found I've really enjoyed this process of learning. What I've just learned is you just keep putting it out there. You just keep moving forward towards that vision. Progress over perfection is so important to your mindset, to be willing to fail. But if I think about that learning process, why it's been so strong, it is because to start with, I recognized there was a gap. I was watching YouTubes to make YouTubes and then practice some more. Then I found tools and apps that helped me do a better job. So I found vidIQ, brilliant resource for YouTubers to help you with your research and your analysis and ideas. And I was definitely getting better, but it wasn't enough. I knew the gap to where I wanted to be was still too large. So at that point, I got a coach. I have a wonderful coach, Diane. And what she does for me is someone who I can talk to, who absolutely understands where I am and the challenges I face, and guides me and encourages me, and importantly, holds me accountable to keep moving forward. And again, I know I'm getting better, but I also know I've got so much more to learn. Again, this is just like leadership. You need to understand the plan that is going to get you there. And I think there are two questions to ask yourself after you've thought about your vision that can help move you forward on this. The first is, what are the skills and experiences you are going to need to develop in order to be that leader that you want to be? And then secondly, who can help you? By asking yourself these questions, what it helps you do is understand the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. And as a consequence, put in clear goals and plans that will help you get there. Now, the key with YouTube and with leadership is little and often, consistently moving forward. Because what that helps you do is not be overwhelmed by the scale of that goal or that vision. In my case, to be a YouTube leadership superstar, ta-da! And in your case, to be a brilliant leader. What it also helps you do is not get distracted by the day-to-day noise. You have a plan and you keep moving forward. And as you do, you gain a feeling of confidence and momentum that reinforces that you are moving in the right direction. Do you remember that iconic line from the movie Field of Dreams with Kevin Costner? If you build it, they will come. What that talks to is if you have that strong goal or belief and you work really hard, it will just happen. Except on YouTube, that isn't the case. There are many people who've worked away at their videos and sit on relatively low view accounts, and I have definitely been one of them. But I remember that I just kept going, and then gradually the views started to go up, and then I got some comments, and then people started reaching out to me and asking questions or thanking me and saying how useful they had found it, and signing up for my newsletter for weekly leadership lessons. As of today, I have 112,000 views. But what's so interesting about that is 37,000 of those views are people who've watched the whole 10 to 15 minute lesson. And I cannot tell you how exciting I find that. That's brilliant because that's so many people that I could never reach in my normal way of teaching and coaching. But secondly, why it's so important is my lessons are obviously resonating with my target viewer, which are managers. You see, YouTube is a people game. The more I can understand my audience and what their problems are and their challenges and provide useful content, the more views I will get. It's exactly the same as leadership. The more you understand your people, the challenges they face, their ambitions, what they want to achieve, and you can help them solve those problems, inspire them, motivate them, unblock challenges that they have, and harness that power and potential of the people around you, the better the results will be. People will tell you it's the work that is important, but as a leader, I 100% believe it's the people who do the work that is important. And the better you can communicate with and connect with them, the better the results will be. Speaking of which, if you are a manager who has a challenge or a problem that you would like some help with, then let me know in the comments, because I'd love to make a video to help you. Earlier on, I mentioned that setting a leadership vision was critical to your success as a leader. And in this video here, I break down the leadership skills that you need in order to be successful and what to focus on first. The framework I share here, many of my clients have found incredibly useful in prioritizing their development. So this is where I'd go next. Either way, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.